Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Mario. Bem-vindos.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Well done.
Well done.
To KulturPort and ELBJAZZ Festival. You are here for the first time now, and I saw you playing in a quartet. So what do you love about your quartet here?
Well, the music is the first thing. The first thing I really love about this quartet and this project. I really love the music that we are doing, which is songs from different places, different records that we did, and rearranged, to do them differently and trying new things on the music already done, This I really love. And then the other thing is the musicians that are in it, in this project. That are really my loves, people that I really love, that are my friends, and that I have known, especially Mario. Mario is something very special. I'm never tired to say what a privilege it was that I could start from the beginning with him and have this absolutely unique and wonderful musician and be able to play his songs, the songs that he did for me, some of them to sing, and how lucky I was, that put me on the right track,
You have spent some time with Mario already, it goes back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
we were boyfriend and girlfriend even for 9 years.
Oh, I didn't want to
Yeah. It was wonderful times because everything happened here in Germany. We would be in the concerts, and then it was supposed to be a secret; nobody should know. And then
this is the interview. You know this. You know this.
And then in the evening, we would stay in the hotel, and then we would sneak, out because nobody should know this in the beginning. And it all happened in Germany.
Mario, when you met Maria the first time, what was it that fascinated you?
In the beginning, I was invited to play in her quintet. So it was the very beginning. This was more than 25 years ago.
Yep.
And so I went there, I played, and what I was fascinated because she has a unique voice and a unique capacity of making everything with her voice. She has fantastic rhythm, fantastic instinct of the music, and this is not a small thing. It's to has this kind of instinct. Then so this was the good thing. The good thing. No, the bad thing was that after a while she was so late that I was really
It was little things, little things that I think we were very young at that time, and we were very like that, and so each one was full of itself, a little bit full of itself, and we were not generous enough with the other one. It took some years because we are really the opposite. We are really opposite, and sometimes it's difficult and it's hard to be in the other person's shoes, to stay. Although I think we feel we are very complementaire, and this is what makes the music works, but we are also very opposite in terms of personality. And I think it took us some years and to get us a little bit older and get more generous with each other, and then it started really to work. But in the beginning it was like
You had another duo partner that I discovered you with, and that was Aki Takase. I saw you doing the real book standards in English. You at some point decided to change into the Portuguese language. When did that happen?
I had this duet with Aki for 3 years, I think 2 or 3 years, or a little bit more, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 2 or 3 years. And it was wonderful, this thing, because she's a wonderful musician, really, and she taught me so much, because I had all these crazy ideas I wanted to do. I was just getting out of Portugal and starting to sing, actually, and so she showed me with her playing that everything is possible, all the things I had in my mind that I wanted to do, all these exploring, it was possible. She showed that to me by playing, not telling me, but by playing, and she is incredibly important for me as one of my partners, one of my best partners, first Mario and then her, really in my life. I was so lucky to have two, not only one. But at a certain point, Aki wanted to go on doing that, to go on with this free jazz approach to the music and to do the monk thing, and then I got a baby at that time. I got a son, and somehow I had the need of songs. Maybe this doesn't make sense for the people, but for me it really I needed songs, and I needed to be close to Portugal and to do something that would reflect my home, because sometimes I was on tour and João my son was home. I could not bring him, and so I really needed this very much. And then I had this idea to invite Mario to play with, and it was really the right thing. Even I have to say that at that time I had an invitation from Richie Bayrak to play with him. And we were supposed to make a record, and he wanted me to something, and it was very clear the choice, although maybe with him American, but he was really for me the right choice, because it's my instinct. I really told me this is the right partner for me for the music.
It was a very good instinct.
It was a very good instinct. Very good. It was very important, because for me what was really important was the music, not the business, the marketing, or I will go wherever if I play with. It was really important to have a way in the music, and I knew I could have that we could have this together. We could make something really important for us in the music, and it did happen.
You are writing some music for Maria, and you're writing music together. What is it that you intend to do when you think of Maria? Is there anything that comes to your mind writing the music for and with her?
When I think in Maria, I know that I can write everything. So it's more sometimes about which project we have, in which direction we go, because we like to experiment new things. And sometimes we did a record about India, one about Brazil, and so we did, and then I think about her singing this kind of music or world. So I try to have this in mind, but then I'm totally free, because she does everything. She can do everything. So in terms of rhythm, extension of her voice, so it's in these terms I can write everything. So it's in a way it's very easy, because I can even write very difficult music because she can do.
Portugal is like the country of fado, and jazz hasn't been invented in Portugal. So how would you know that jazz is the language that you want to move in and that you want to use for yourself?
I was lucky, I guess, because I was doing something else. I was doing sports, and I was a swimming teacher, and I was practicing Aikido, martial arts, and I was really much into it. And I had, I remember that always in the parties or something, that if you go to the beach and you have a guitar at that time with a fire, whatever, and I would always sing something, or if there was a theater, I would always do something. I was the play in the. I was just how do you say Bob the Court? Bob the Court. Bob the Court is the guy that is
clown.
The clown. I was the clown of the company always, a little bit, but then one day the swimming pool where I was teaching closed because changed owners, and it was closed for 6 months for building and stuff. And a neighbor that was a musician told me, "Why don't you go to this hot club jazz school, which would be good for you? Why don't you sing?" He said to me. And because, what jazz, you mean, what is jazz? And she said, this music that you go see in this festival, there was only one festival, that you sneak out of your house and you go see this kind of music. I can try. So I learned one song, and I went there to get in. And then like that, really, because I was lucky, I found what I really will do until I will die, till I die. So it was really by pure chance. Sometimes I think, I could easily have gone other direction, do something else, and not really be. I would be much less happy. I'm sure I wouldn't be so happy as I am now, with the music. And sometimes I feel like, I could have done something else, and this would have been really horrible. Not really. So it was by chance that it was this music, and luckily, by chance, this is the music that really is good for me, that I can really represent good and do, and really, because this freedom of improvisation that there is in this music, this possibility of changing, this adventure of changing the songs, is what it fits me very good, I think everything goes really fine. If it would be another music also, it wouldn't have been as fulfilling as this one. So it was mere chance.
I saw you do some of the standards from the real book today.
Yeah.
And I saw you do some originals of yours. How do you decide what do you want to have put into the program, like the mixture? Is that something that you decide together, or do you have like favorite tunes that you do?
Both. I mean, we decide to. Normally, if we do a new record, we play mainly the new record. Although sometimes we are on tour, and it's nice to have some of the almost icons we have from our music. So from one CD that we really like to play, so we put it in, and another one from the other CD, and we put in. So that's how we do it. Actually, it's quite natural the way we choose. But it's what I've told you. Normally, if you record a record, then we are playing mainly this record.
No, because I saw you doing I'm old-fashioned, and I could see you now.
Yeah. If you could see me now. If you could see me now. Yeah.
Yeah, but we did this in the last record. We did some standards in the last record.
Yeah, in the
for the first time in 25 years.
Yeah, because most of the time we did the first record that was full of standards. But already with one original, I think, Reis Laga não estava lá.
Yeah.
And then we started doing our own things, And then I think when I remember we did, but always there were always one or two songs from other people, from not only our stuff, although mainly our stuff. And then we did Undercovers, which was pop songs that we did, and then I did a Brazilian record only dedicated to the Brazilian record, and then we decided, let's do standards again. Why not? Let's to commemorate. Why don't we do again a record of standards? And that's why we play these standards.
When you announced something today, you talked about how you liked ELBJAZZ.
Yeah.
And if ELBJAZZ was a song, a tune, what would it sound like?